It's Terry with Limestone Station. Today we're making lard lye soap. Let me show you how. I laid out all of our soap making ingredients and supplies. The first thing is a recipe. We've used this recipe since 2019. It came from a soap calculator online and it uses lots of lard. So that was really our criteria. And then I have the stock pot that really is always used for lard. And then I have my measured lard in the stock pot. I have a kitchen scale. I have wood spoons that are used for mixing and specifically the lye. I have essential oils, and this I believe is clove, as we are in fall. I have our food grade lye. I have our measuring cup, just a regular plastic cup for measuring the lye, a kitchen mixer, and then I have our soap molds. The first thing you need to do is measure out all of your ingredients according to your recipe. So I've already measured out my 2,000 grams of lard, so I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm going to measure out my lye. So I take the plastic vessel and I clear out my scale, and then I put on gloves for this and I measure the lye. Now we set the lye aside and we get our water. And I need 750 mLs. So as I'm measuring out the ingredients, the trick is to zero out your scale with your container. So you're not measuring your container and your liquid or your lye or your lard. Just always put the empty container on there, clear it out, and then add what you're measuring. I have the lard heating on the stove on low. This will take maybe 20 minutes. So while this is turning to a liquid, and it's pretty cold still, so it'll take a bit. But while this is turning to a liquid, I'm gonna mix the lye and the water together, but I do that outside. The lye needs to go into the water. We can never put water into the lye. Also, you need to mix it in a glass container because it gets very hot and there's so much off gas. Like, you can see what it has done to my wooden spoon when I mix it. So we're gonna go outside. Okay, I'm outside. Now we're going to add the lye to the water. And we are going to use this spoon to mix it. It is hot right now, and it's supposed to be like this. And I leave it outside until it's cooled down. It is completely mixed and dissolved right now. It's pretty hot, and so I let it sit outside and cool down. Once the lye is similar temperatures to the lard, then I mix them together. To clean all of my supplies, I use vinegar water. Good, bad, otherwise this is what I've been taught, so I've always done it, especially if there's lye still in the container. I don't really want to mess with it, and vinegar, I'm not sure if it's a wives' tale, but it's supposed to neutralize it. Okay, when it gets to this stage, I shut the heat off and I just let it melt because I don't want it too hot. All right, now it's time to add the essential oil to the melted lard. I always buy the essential oil in the right amount that I need so I don't have to measure it out. I just pour it on in, give it a little mixy, and then it's ready for the lye. Now I have my lard and essential oil, and it's still warm, but it's not hot. And I have my lye. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pour my lye into my lard, and I'm gonna use the hand mixer and mix it all up. When I pour them together, what happens is saponification. It's a chemical reaction between an acid and a base. So my base is my lye, and my acid is my lard. You can use any fat. I used lard from our pigs. You could use oil, you could use tallow, whatever you have. So let's do it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this and put vinegar in it right away. Vinegar water. And then when I'm ready to wash everything, I wash everything with vinegar water. Okay, you're gonna know it's done mixing if it leaves a trace. It hasn't left a trace, so we're gonna keep mixing. Once you have it well mixed, go ahead and pour it into the molds, whatever molds you have. After 24 hours to 48 hours, go ahead and take them out of the molds. This is the very satisfying part to see how your soap's set up. It will still be soft though, so be careful. When it's taken directly out of the molds, we go ahead and cut it. If it gets too hard, it's really hard to cut. So 24 or 48 hours, we take it out of the molds and then we cut it right away and we put it on a cookie sheet to dry. It will take about 6 weeks for it to fully dry out and get hard. It's still soap. Like right now at this stage, it's soap and you can use it. It's just very wet and it's soft. If you like this video, like and subscribe.